Hey there, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. I am so glad you are here. For those of you who are returning, hello again. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos or whatever it is that you're watching. I truly appreciate it. And to those subscribers of mine, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, your support, for viewing my videos. I know they are long, but there is a reason for this, because I am not like most tarot readers, okay? I do what I am called to do. So I totally appreciate you spending the time watching these things. I am so grateful to you. And again, I'm so thankful for your loyalty and support. I am truly, truly blessed, not only to have this channel, but to have you guys in my energetic space. One quick announcement: if you would like a personal reading with me, or you would like to purchase a personal tarot reading package, check out the description box below. I am offering 40% off all my readings, to exclude the coaching stuff and the packages. But the packages, you do save a good amount of money, and you do get a bonus reading from that. All right. Or just go to capellawellness.com and check out the service suite and the tarot reading package section. There's plenty of places for you to access that stuff. With that being said, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. Many blessings and love to you. Let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I already have to clear my throat chakra. Alrighty. Okay. Scorpio, I hope you're doing well. I wish you a wonderful week, a fantastic weekend. I send you many blessings and much, much love. Now, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do, Scorpios, we're going to see what your overall theme is for the week, what you need to focus on, what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth. This is what this is all about. Stick around to the end so you can see what's coming to you with regards to love. What your wellness tip of the week is, and we're going to see what Mercury Retrograde is bringing you this time around, and what the new moon in Libra is bringing you. Mercury is in retrograde at this time. It ends, I believe, October 18th, and the new moon in Libra occurs in about 6-7 days. It's on October 6th. All right. We're going to close out this reading with a super attractor card to give it a little boost. All right, Scorpio, what is your overall theme? Oh. All right, here we go. Number 13 breaks down to a 4. I'm already seeing 4 of Pentacles. There may be 5 of Pentacles in this too. This is financial constraints. It seems for some of you Scorpios, maybe you feel like you don't have enough. Maybe money is tight right now. Maybe some of you lost a job and you've been trying to find a job and you haven't really been finding anything. You're kind of losing hope, I'm hearing, for some of you. And again, remember, this is a general reading, okay? Take what resonates, discard the rest. If it's not your story, if you're not financially unstable, then this part isn't for you. But you were drawn here for a reason. If you were here to get some guidance on something, try to make sure that your unhealthy ego doesn't prevent you from heeding the guidance being given. And, you know, keep in mind that not everything is going to fit with you, but be honest with yourself. If you were led here, there's at least one piece of information for you, Scorpio, okay? Yeah, these are like restrictions surrounding money here. And you see how there's like a money safe. It's got cobwebs. There are only like about 2 coins in there. There's a book, maybe some sort of ledger. I'm hearing all of a sudden the cupboards are bare, or they're getting close to being bare, something like that. Maybe Scorpio, you've been working hard on something. I'm really seeing the 5 of Pentacles. And you feel like, you know, you're not getting enough business to make ends meet. Your bank account is low, both personally and for your business account, if you own a business, that is. Or again, maybe you lost your job, or you've been out of work for a while and money again is tight, and it's like you're trying to make ends meet, and let's say you get a little bit of money and then it's got to go out to some bill or to some other payment, or you have to put a tank of gas in your car. So it could be attributed to that, or with the Four of Pentacles, maybe there might be a little bit of overspending here. Maybe someone here is being a little bit overindulgent with their finances. Maybe I'm hearing that if someone is overspending, or they're putting too much money into things that aren't really necessary, I think it's coming from a place where they're trying to fill a void, where maybe something's missing. And maybe some of you, if you find yourself, right, and be honest, right, because there's no judgments here, okay? I will be honest with you. I went through this because I used to fill my void, especially during my marriage. That's when it really tanked for me. With the unhappiness and me doing practically everything and me just not being content, and then dealing with stuff at work, right? I was finding my value in material things. It's like the devil got the best of me, right? And it's actually in my birth chart, believe it or not, with this type of energy, because it was a lesson that I had to learn. Saturn is in the same house, you know, where Mars is in the second house, right? Which is Taurus energy. It talks about money, right? So I was going through this because it was part of my karmic lessons. All right. So for me, and I'm being very vulnerable here in hopes that it could help you guys who are resonating with this part feel a little bit at ease. You know, I was trying to fill a void with stuff. All right. Because I felt like my life was falling apart. My marriage is falling apart. I was filling the sadness with temporary happiness. And I knew deep down inside that it really wasn't the solution. But then it became like an addiction, right? And, you know, I was just like, I had the money, then I wouldn't. And luckily enough, you know, I was still, my husband then was kind of helping out. But for me, it just still wasn't enough. And I think he tried to help, but he did it in a very controlling, condescending way, which made it worse for me. And then it kind of like almost spiraled out of control. It almost got super bad until, you know, I started to realize certain things. And, you know, if you're resonating with this, where you feel like you have to fill that void with material things, we really have to be honest with ourselves and look at it from a different perspective, like the Hangman, and say, you know what is the real reason for me doing this? Why is it that I'm in the financial rut? Or there's maybe for some it's financial ruin, where it's gotten so bad you've hit rock bottom, kind of like Ten of Swords type of energy. This is about really being aware of your expenses. And if you feel like you have to purchase something to make you feel better, really take a look inside yourself and ask yourself honestly, okay, Scorpio, why do I feel like I'm doing this? Why do I feel like money is tight all the time? Why do I keep having to either impulsive spending, buying, or just I need to have this, I need to have that? Maybe some of you might be trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's funny because Julie and I, my son and I, were talking about the new iPhone 13 coming out. How funny is that? The number 13. And those are expensive. And if you just got the previous one, right, the 12, it's like, well, your phone should still be okay, right? And I know some people get up with the hype, and it's like, oh, I got to have the latest thing. I got to have this. I got to have the, you know, it's keeping up with the Joneses. But why is it that we are doing that, right? There's got to be an underlying reason, and we have to be honest with ourselves and say, is that really necessary when I have a working phone? And again, it doesn't apply to everybody. It's for some, maybe there's somebody here where they're actually maybe they do that, where they always buy the latest iPhone or the latest, you know, Apple gadget, even if the previous one that, or whatever it is that they have, just works perfectly fine. Okay, again, there's no judgments, because there's underlying reasons for this. All right, like I said, for me, it's in my freaking birth chart. It was a karmic lesson for me to learn, okay, which I did learn. And you know how I got through that? Through this. I found God again. The temple path is at the bottom of the deck. And look, this is 12. 12 to 13. There's progress that you can make here, Scorpio, with regards to your finances. This is about tapping more into your spirituality, focusing on your spiritual wealth, okay? When you have spiritual wealth, you end up manifesting material wealth. You start attracting it, because what happens is, when you are in this lack mentality and you feel like you're not enough, and then you feel like you have to buy things to make you feel worthy, or to feel validated, or just to feel content, but you're wanting more and more and more, what happens is, like, the devil energy is really getting to you, and you get shackled to that materialism, right? It becomes like an obsession almost. And the 13 is the devil card, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Or is that death card? Anyway, forgive me. I don't remember. But, yeah, this is about the devil really getting a hold of you and putting like that carrot dangling in front of your face. It's like, well, you know, well, you want this carrot, Scorpio. And then you grab the carrot, and then you have another carrot dangling in front of you. It's a bigger carrot. And you're like, oh, here's another one, but it's even bigger. Oh, I got to have it, right? That type of thing. We get sucked into that. And then we're thinking that we're always going to be without. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. Lack mentality attracts just that, lack. Like attracts like. If you're thinking you don't have enough, you're always focusing on how much money is in your bank account, and you're worried that you only have $2 in there, you're going to attract more lack. And that money won't come in. And this energy, guys, it's low vibrational. When we feel restricted because there's not enough funds for something, and we are just pulling our hair out, because it's like, every time I get some money in, I got to put it out for something else. And then maybe you try to do all these things to get more money. It's a never-ending cycle, guys. Some of you may be resonating with this. Remember, it's general. This is for some people, not for all of you. But there is some sort of message somewhere here. If it hasn't hit you yet, it's coming later in the reading, okay? There's something here where you have to understand what it is you really need, as opposed to what you want. And when you are tapped in more into this, and this is what changed my circumstances, I learned that God is my only source and supply. If you think about it, if you go look out in nature, God provides for all the animals, for the trees, for the bodies of water, the fish, everything, right? And they don't need that much. They know where to get it, because they innately know, oh, I got to go to this bush. This is the tree that I get my fruit from, or this is the shelter that I get to sit under. This is where I sleep. This is where I eat. This is where I go and play. It's like the animals, that's all they had. That's all they need. That's all that they need to survive. And then they go do their own thing. God always provides for them. And God always helps them to find a way. If there's any scarcity, right? The animals are not worried. The trees are not worried. I mean, yes, I understand that they're not human beings, but here's the thing. It becomes a more complex for us, because we are human, and we forget that we are spiritual beings experiencing something that's human. Okay? This is why when you follow this temple path, when you follow your destiny, your calling, and you are passionate about what it is that you do for a career, you forget about the money. And maybe you're starting off a business and you're saying, you know what, this is going to be risky, but I'm going to do it anyway because I love what I do. And maybe this for some of you who may already have a business and it's been going, you've had it up for almost a year or 6 months or whatever this is, 2 years, 2 months, whatever. And, you have some money trickling in, but again, it's like, okay, cool. I got some payouts. I got some clients. I made some sales, whatever it is that you're doing with regards to your business. And then you're realizing, oh my God, I got to pay the business cell phone bill. I got to pay the business internet. I got to pay this, and that. And then it's like it's going back to zero again. And you're thinking, when is this going to end? Now, for some of you, this is more about just continuing to be in alignment with God and to not worry about this, because God's going to come through for you is what I'm hearing. All right. With the money situation, for those of you who are already working their life's purpose, following their dharma, and they are on the spiritual path, what I'm hearing is that this is going to end very, very soon. Okay. I heard the 13th for whatever reason. I guess that's October 13th. I don't know. That might be for somebody, but don't get hung up on the dates. I'm hearing that some of you, this is going to turn around for you. Others of you, you have to be mindful of your spending and really think about what it is that you really, really need. God knows what we need. He gives us what we need. He doesn't give us what we want. They're two very different things. And this is also about being grateful for what you do have and not focusing on what you don't have, because your thoughts create your reality. And if you're always thinking, I don't have this, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough money, I don't have this thing, I don't have that thing, what's going to happen? You're going to get more of don't have. It's lack. Lack attracts lack. Abundance attracts abundance. This is high vibrational. When you are more tapped into spirituality and you understand what spiritual wealth is, that God provides, that as you are healthy and calibrated, and you are centered, and you are directly connected to God, like the Hierophant. You're always communicating with God on a daily basis. You're doing your spiritual practices, where it's yoga, pranayama, which is breath work, or just getting to center every morning, doing meditation, dancing even is a form of meditation, singing something creative, right? Like getting into Empress mode and just creating. And when you do that, that attracts more abundance, and especially with elevating your vibration. So it's like Spirit is calling you to follow this path, the spiritual path, as opposed to the material path. Because some of you feel like you're in a hamster wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune, doing the same things over and over and over. Maybe you guys are sick and tired of the whole not having enough money thing, and maybe you try to sell everything that you have just to get a few bucks. When you switch this up like I did, when I started following my life's purpose, and even when I started out, it was a little challenging. Yeah, the people wouldn't come in yet, but I loved what I was doing. I was doing God's work. I'm still doing God's work. And I'm always on this path. As long as I'm always on my path of spiritual truth, I will have that abundance. And I don't worry about this because I know God is going to provide. So for some of you, this is you moving away from the material world and stepping more into a spiritual world, because when you are in alignment with this, as I said, you start calling in the abundance. Okay? But value money. Don't resent it, and don't have fears. Okay? Fears are lower vibrational. Again, it's the devil. The devil wants you to be restricted. It's like Saturn, right? Again, with my karmic lesson, Saturn was kicking me in the ass with this lesson for me in my life. And when you are appreciative that you have food to eat, that you have a running car, like my car is 13 years old, and people think I'm crazy that I still have it. It's a hell of a car, though. It still gets me from point A to point B. And people are like, you need a new car. You need a new car. Who said? The old Jess would have been like, yeah, I'm going to get like a newer model of what I have. But then I learned from this saying, why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Type of thing. I said to myself, why am I going to get a new car when this one keeps running? Even my car mechanic, who's also a friend of mine, says, you know what, Jess? You still have a lot of miles with this car to go. It's still in good condition. And it's funny, what's with the 13? My car is 13 years old. This is strange. iPhone 13? What's going on with 13, Spirit? Anyway. Maybe there's somebody's birthday who's October 13th. That is actually my deceased uncle's birthday. Wow, this is interesting. Anyway, maybe there's an ancestor coming through for you, Scorpio, with regards to this type of energy. But remember not to focus on the lack, because it attracts more lack. Be grateful for what you have. Don't resent money. Don't hate it. Don't be angry, because that is lower vibration. You will attract more of an empty safe with those energies. Raise your vibration. Change your mindset on this. Okay? And get to more of a place of this, of balance, of following your path of truth, of doing things more of a spiritual nature. This is creating a deeper connection with God. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what I did. And it changed everything. And I was a lot more appreciative of what I had. And I look around and I used to think to myself, I cannot believe that I allowed myself to let my finances get out of control. And you know what that caused me? More stress, more guilt, more resentment, but for myself, because then I was like accumulating all these things, and then it would get crazy, and then I couldn't fit things different places, and I felt like I felt like I had to. Sometimes I would be too generous, right? Buying people lunch or buying people all these gifts and things like that, when I was never getting gifts in return, or buying, expensive gifts all the time for family members or nephews or whatever this is. And I said, what am I doing? I don't really have to go that extra mile all the time, right? Maybe some of you are doing that. Maybe you just have this good heart and you're just overly generous, and it's like, but then your bank account is depleted. Maybe some of you give too much. Maybe there's unequal give and take in a relationship or in a family or job or something. 6 of Pentacles, right? But when you get to this, it totally changes your mindset. That money is really energy, and that you can utilize money for the greater good of humanity. And when you have that type of focus, and you're using your spiritual gifts or whatever it is that God gave you to help others, to create, to birth new things into the world, you attract more abundance. All right, let's see what else is going on here. It's like that song for By the Verve, when he says, try to find some money and then you die. Some of you may think that that's what the world is, when it really isn't. That's why God wants you to see it from a different perspective. He really wants you to go more on a spiritual journey and connect more to God, so you can see what true abundance is, what true beauty is, what true happiness and bliss and contentment is. And watch how your financial situation changes. What is it that Scorpio needs to focus on? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. We have 7 of Wands. Okay, so I was picking up for some of you, maybe a lot of people are coming after you for money. Scorpio, I need help. Scorpio, I need help. Scorpio, I need help. There are 7 wands down there. Maybe you're dealing with 7 people who are asking you for money. And maybe I did say that. Some of you may just keep giving and giving and giving for whatever reason. But you see her stance here, her body language. She's going to center. She's meditating. She's healing her solar plexus chakra, her life force, her vitality. She's getting to center so that she doesn't have to deal with all these people coming after her. She's like, nope. I'm done giving you what I have. Maybe some of you give like your last dollar to somebody, but it keeps happening. So here's the thing. Balance is needed with that, Scorpio, if you're resonating with this. If you find yourself just giving and giving and giving, and you're not getting anything in return, God wants you to pull back and start giving to yourself. I had to learn that too. I had to say no. I'm getting this sense from the 7 of Wands card saying no. This is staying true to what you believe in, staying true to your convictions, standing up for yourself. Stand your ground, Scorpio. Don't back down. If you need that peace, you need that space, if you got to say no, you got to say no. And these 7 of Wands could also represent temptations, because I'm thinking of 7 of Cups. As interesting as this is, and I know it's Wands, but I read intuitively. So I'm already seeing 7 of Cups. And with these Wands, it's kind of like you have all of these things coming at you. But what you need to do is say no to whatever doesn't serve your highest good. If it doesn't light you up from within, if it doesn't bring you fulfillment spiritually, if it doesn't even bring you fulfillment, period. In a positive sense, right? Because sometimes we think we're being fulfilled by things and then we realize that we're not, that it doesn't work for us. So some of you need to say no to certain things that are not of your highest good. Say no to whatever wand's coming at you that's going to destroy your inner peace. It's going to disrupt your inner peace. This could also mean there's somebody here where you may be given several opportunities for a new career, and some of you are resisting it because it doesn't pay enough. Some of you are wanting more money. But again, there's somebody here who's focusing on the money instead of the actual enjoyment of it. Because I will say, you know, I took that risk with the job that I did have that paid it really, really well. And then God wanted me to do what I'm doing now. And I said, okay, that's going to be very, very different. But let me tell you this. I am way more blissful than I've ever been in my life. I absolutely love what I'm doing. I work my own hours. I get to drop off my son and pick up my son from school without having to put him in before care, after care. I get to do a little bit of my chores and make myself a super nice breakfast and chill out with my tea after breakfast and get ready to do my light work for the world. And I'm, you know, I'll do this in the morning, right? My pranayama, my meditation. I get to center, and I don't let the outside world get to me. I don't listen to what anybody says or what anybody thinks, right? Because 7 of Wands also talks about not paying attention to what other people are telling you to do or what society is telling you to do. You're saying, nope, I'm going to focus on this. And for some of you, this is symbolic of, you know, spirituality, right? Because she is in a yogic pose. Some of you may need to take more of a path towards spirituality, because maybe some of you have these very strong spiritual gifts and you know it. And some of you might be in denial because it is not tied to the 3D world. But that's the whole point. The 3D world is an illusion. And the devil wants us to think that money makes the world go round, that we need money for this, we need money for that we need him for money. We do not. We need God for abundance and peace and prosperity. That's what this is. So some of you need to really stand up for yourselves and be like, you know, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to give in to these temptations. I'm not going to give in to, when people come to me for money, I'm always giving them money. Something like that. This also talks about igniting your personal power with that solar plexus chakra here. To embark on that journey of healing, on that journey of following your life's purpose, that you have that ambition, that drive, that energy, kind of like Emperor energy, Mars energy, more fire energy, like Ace of Wands. Like, I gotta use this fire within me to go build my empire, to build something amazing for myself. And if people think you're crazy by going that route, or you think that something is not going to manifest or it's not going to work out, you have to let go of that mentality, because there's fear lingering there. I keep hearing you have to say no. Scorpio. Here's 10 of Wands. Yep. Some of you may be working very, very hard just to make ends meet. But when you're working yourself so freaking hard to the point where you are on the brink of collapse, to the point where you have this heavy load and you feel overburdened and stressed out and you can't sleep like Knight of Swords and your health is failing, you see what all that is doing? Because you're just overly working hard just to make money, you are sacrificing your health. You are doing damage in some capacity to your physical, mental, spiritual, emotional body. It's been too much for you to bear, Scorpio. It's time to drop those wands. This is a number 10, completions, endings, beginnings. There's too much going on in your life, Scorpio. You gotta let go. You gotta let go of some things. Because your vibration is too low right now to attract the abundance. If you are feeling 10 of Wands, you guys, that is why you are attracting this energy with the financial constraints, with lack of funds or lack of money coming in, or just having it, period. Okay? That energy is going to attract that. Or some of you know that you're supposed to go on a spiritual path, but you're avoiding it. You're saying no. God gives you all these aces of wands. Here, Scorpio, here's an ace. Here's a new opportunity to start your spiritual practice, or this new opportunity to become more spiritual, to connect more with me. And maybe it's been a 7-year thing. Maybe it's happened 7 times, but you're like, nope. And it looks like she's inside a crystal ball too. But you're probably saying, no, Spirit, I'm not going to do that. Because I know what is right for me. But do we really know what is right for us? I learned that we don't. Because God ultimately sees us from a higher perspective. And he starts trying to give us what we need and what we don't want. All right, what is it that Scorpio needs to avoid for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guide. Thank you. Six of Cups. Kids. Maybe there's something with kids here. Maybe, Scorpio, you are a single parent or you are married, but you are doing everything in the house. You pick up the kids, you drop off the kids, you cook dinner, you clean dinner, you clean, you do laundry, you take care of the dog. Maybe you have dogs. Maybe you have two dogs, because there are two dogs here, even though there is a puppy and there's an older dog, even though it's the same dog, but it's either one dog or two dogs. Again, take it how it resonates. Some of you are reminiscing about the past, that you wish that you were a kid again because life was easier. I've been there too, right? Now I'm the one that fits the bill for everything. I think about my childhood, and Jill and I would talk about it, because he would ask me questions about my childhood. And I said, I was so very blessed because, my parents took care of everything, and we had a very nice childhood. I was very blessed, to experience all these amazing things. And I know a lot of the trips that we took as families weren't cheap and stuff. And I would go back thinking, man, I really wish I was back there, because I didn't have to worry about anything, right? I didn't have to worry about money. I didn't have to worry about people coming after me for money or whatever the case may be. I didn't have to worry about working, that type of thing, right? So some of you, maybe you're getting very nostalgic about the past, or just about childhood in general, okay? Others of you, yes, you could be a single parent, or again, you're married and you're doing all the work, and there's caretaking of children here and pets. It doesn't, maybe it's not even dog, it's pets, or maybe you do have dogs and cats and birds, whatever. So this has been draining for you, because some of you are doing too much, all right? Too much. And maybe you're putting all your money for your kids and your pets and the house and all your gas and groceries and everything else, and it's like, oh my God, when is it going to end? All right. This is really about letting go of the past, releasing the past, and not getting so stuck on what could have been, or I wish this. This might even tie into forgiveness for some of you, for somebody. Maybe somebody keeps draining money from you. Maybe they keep asking more money for the kids, even though you're giving them what you think is enough money, something like that. Maybe you are, you're like agitated with that person. This is also about resistance. Okay? Resisting everything that comes to you that is not for your highest good. Maybe some of you overly give to your kids or your dogs, or both, the family. Maybe you might be the type of parent that tries to give them everything that they ask for because you feel guilty about not doing that. Because maybe you grew up with parents who didn't give you everything. Maybe they were poor. Maybe they were very frugal, and they said, no, you're going to have to buy this on your own. And you're like, I'm not going to have my kids do that. So I'm going to give them everything that they need. But then what's been happening? If you're resonating with this part of the reading, Scorpio, what happens? Financial constraints. There's something here where your emotions are getting the best of you, Scorpio. And it's very intense. Either the kids, pets, whatever this is, the past. You got to let go of the past so that the new can come in. It's also about kindness. Yeah, maybe some of you may be overly kind with people. You got to balance that out. Again, it's the same thing that happened to me. Fool. Lack of faith. Afraid to take that leap. Or this could also be being foolish with your finances. She's got a crystal in her hand, right? So that means she is really tapped into spirituality here. She's like, okay, you know what? If I'm being led on this spiritual path, maybe some of you guys are getting dreams, signs, and synchronicities from the from your guides, your angels, to follow more of a spiritual path. But you have to go in there without fear, because this is the fearless journeyman. You go into that new beginning without fear and say, okay, God, you know, Jesus, take the wheel. I surrender. Again, like the hangman, say, you know, I'm just going to go into this and trust. This is also about being reckless, being foolish with money, being foolish with certain decisions, thinking that you need something when you don't really need it. This is also impulsiveness, being a little bit too carefree. Okay. But what's sticking out to me is the impulsiveness. And I did talk about, you know, impulse buying. Make sure you remove yourselves from those energies, okay? Because again, when you don't have that money, you don't feel abundant, and it totally messes with your brain and your well-being, and you will continue to attract that. And the lower your vibration gets, the more you're going to attract not so fun things. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There we go. We got Libra coming out. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra. Maybe it doesn't have to be. We've got Justice and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Queen of Pentacles. Here's the Queen. Learning your karmic lessons about money. Pfft. Is this my reading from the past? This is hilarious. We have Justice here, the Queen of Pentacles, guys. Maybe you are in a legal battle with a mother. Could be a father too, okay, of your kids. There's some earth energy here. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe you are in a legal battle with this individual, right? Maybe this person doesn't want to budge, give you child support, or you're resisting child support to give to them. That's what I just heard. Or somebody keeps, yeah, there's something that's draining your bank account due to a legal matter. Could be child custody, could be child support. Could even be alimony. She's a married person. Either you are married to this person now or you were. Now, this is you seeing the truth of the situation. That you can have this abundance, that you can have this successful business if you just put the work in. Maybe there's something else you need to look at more clearly, see the truth in something with regards to a business. Some of you need to find more balance in your life, and you need to go out more into nature. And when you're out more in nature, that helps recalibrate your chakras. It helps you stay more grounded, right? There's this fear of safety. There's this fear of not having enough. Scarcity mindset. And here's another pentacle. Here's a pentacle card right here. So this really is about money. And again, some of you, there's some legal battle here with somebody. Could very well be a mother, because the Queen of Pentacles is a mother. And it makes sense because I talked about the kids over there, right? With Six of Cups. If you're in the middle of a legal battle with someone here, Scorpio, especially if it deals with your kids or something, and you've put in a lot of money into this court case, know that it's going to rule in your favor. They want you to stop focusing on all the money that's been put in here, all the money you think you've lost. That's why with the temple path, you have to connect more to God. You have to connect more to your spirit to really see what is going on with your mind's eye, not with your human eyes, okay? Know that balance is being restored to the situation, okay? It will work in your favor. That's what I'm getting with this card. And there's some, it's like you're going to win a court case and you're going to get quite a bit of money from it. All right, because again, this is the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be very prosperous. But you also, in the meantime, have to raise your vibration if you want to attract that. You have to be harmonious in your environment, and you have to understand that miracles do exist, because the Queen of Pentacles knows that miracles do exist, and they do. So find a lot more balance in your life. Don't let this court case or whatever this is for you destroy your inner peace. Okay? It's like the Seven of Wands. Don't back down. Don't give in. You keep going. All right? Don't give up now. Scorpio, don't give up. For others of you who've done the work, yep, you have paid your karmic debt. You're going to reap your karmic rewards now. You've learned your lessons. You have no more karmic lessons to learn, Scorpio, because you stood in your own power. You became the Queen of Pentacles. You built a business for yourself. You built wealth for yourself in all forms. You understood your true self-worth, your inner child. You were really standing in your power, learning how to become a bit more independent to prepare yourself for what's to come. This is a very business savvy woman. Again, I said some of you, there's business involved with this. And I'm hearing you're going to get your karmic payout. Because you've been patient. You've been diligent. You didn't give up. Okay? That's that there. You were not going to back down. We have the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're going to receive a nice karmic gift, Scorpio. And it's going to bring in quite a bit of money. It's really going to change your financial status. And look what we have here, Six of Wands. Recognition, accolades, achievement, accomplishment. There's something here where somebody's going to be publicly recognized. And some may be publicly recognized at a larger scale. This is all about success and victory, right? Victory is here for you guys, okay? Again, if you are in a legal battle, Scorpio, things will turn in your favor for everyone's highest good, and it's going to be successful. Victory after the chaos. Just remember this, Scorpio. You will have victory, all right, in whatever situation this is. The scales are balancing out for you, and we are in Libra season, so it's so appropriate. So what I'm saying is you're going to hear news about this court case or the ruling of it in Libra season. That's what I heard. There's something with the number 11 with the Justice card, maybe the 11th of October. Don't quote me on that. Why is the Six of Cups here? What did I say? Did I say Ten of Swords? You're just so spent, guys. You're so over it. You're done. I said financial ruin. Maybe, yeah, you're superly, overly done with all this because it's too much to bear. But you got to find that strength within you, Scorpio, because it's there. There's a birth. There's a death and a rebirth with this card. And here's another 10. It's completion, right? A painful cycle is ending, Scorpio, and a new one's about to begin. So make sure that you look to take that stance Look at it from, look at the bigger picture from a higher perspective. And know that you do not have to be in this energy all the time. You don't. That's also an illusion. But this is about our awakening. And when we learn life's big lessons, we grow and we learn and we evolve from this, and we learn how to attract the abundance. Don't think that this is the end of the world, because it's not. Wow, you guys. We have the Six of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's something with kids here. Some of you are just so done. You are emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually spent. Some of you may be buying too much for your kids, doing too much for your kids. Look, I have a son too, so I know. I used to be like that too. It was like, well, especially after my divorce, I felt a little guilty sometimes. You know, and I would do all these things for my son. Now, there is balance here. Here's another 6. You just have to balance that time out between yourself and your kid or your kids. That's for some of you here, okay? Others of you, this is about healing your inner child. This is an opportunity. This Ten of Swords opportunity that some of you are undergoing right now, Scorpio. It's a lesson to be learned. Some of you are dealing with past life stuff. I'm hearing karmic debt that some of you still have to pay. Some of you have already paid it off. Somebody may be coming back from your past. It is Mercury Retrograde season, okay? This is also about divorce. Some of you, you are contemplating divorce, or there's a divorce going on and it's just been really mentally draining you. It has been financially draining you. This is total overkill. Again, you guys, like, you're so done with this. Whatever happened in the past needs to stay in the past. Six of Cups again. But forgiveness needs to be had here too, as hard as that is. It's going to open up your heart chakra, and when your heart chakra is unblocked, it opens the gateway to everything. All right. So stop living in the past. Stop getting all nostalgic. Take action and do something for yourself. And for those of you with a legal matter, yeah, there's something involving kids. Maybe there's some sort of betrayal. Or yeah, the Ten of Swords, it does talk about divorce. It talk about financial ruin. It's like somebody was in this court case and it's been financially draining. Maybe you have to keep taking your wife to court. No, your ex-wife to court. I am getting pretty strongly. There's some people here where you're dealing with the mother of your children or the father of your children. More of you, it's the mother of your children. Others of you, it's the father of your children. Okay. Let's get some spiritual guidance for this. What guidance do we have for Scorpio? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please reveal. Oh. Well, look who comes in to save the day, guys. Obstacles and blocks are lifted, and there are a lot of cards in this deck. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Don't focus on the lack. See, things are getting better. It's the end of a painful situation with the Ten of Swords. All right? Things are going to get better. Here we go. Obstacles and blocks are lifted, guys. With whatever this is. Archangel Michael is helping with this. Here's the gratitude list. What was I talking about? Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. What was I talking about? Now, for those of you who've done the work, yes, your obstacles, things are going to get better. Okay, you've done the work, but your finances are really going to change. We have Queen of Pentacles here. That's prosperity. That's wealth. That is also karmic justice, karmic rewards. Okay. When you guys, the other group of you, when you are more grateful for what you have than what you don't have, as it says, you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. You're going to see the miracles, right? Queen of Pentacles knows that miracles happen. She believes in that. But she's also making sure she does her part to co-create with God, to bring in her abundance, okay? She's not worried about money at all because she attracts it. She does her part. She remains healthy. She goes out in nature. She takes good care of herself. She does meditation. She does yoga, whatever this is. Self-care, self-confidence. She knows her worth. Inner worth, again, creates outer wealth. And when she's in her element, okay, and she has that alchemical balance, God sees it and says, okay, Queen of Pentacles, you've been doing the work. Here comes more of your abundance. And she keeps putting that money, whatever abundance she gets back into the universe, comes back. She gives back to the universe and she gets even more back. That's how it works. And she is grateful for what she has. She tends to spend time in nature. Maybe she does like this prayer and she prays to God. Maybe she watches a waterfall, or she sits by the running water like a stream or something, and she does her gratitude prayer as opposed to a list. I will say, I don't think I said this, but I do a gratitude prayer. I don't have a list. You can have a list because there is powerful with manifesting when you write things down. But for me, I do a gratitude prayer every single morning. I make sure that I do not forget to give my thanks to God for everything that I already have, to not focus on what I may not have right now. Like right now, I'm not in a relationship. I haven't been in a relationship in 2.5 years, right? And I remember my sister talking about, you should go find somebody. What about that dude at the restaurant? What about that dude? Whatever. I'm like, no. God already has somebody for me. I'm letting God bring that person to me. I'm standing in my Empress energy, right? Because that's where I'm at right now. I am attracting everything that I am vibrating at. But you know what? I am working, right? I'm working right now, literally. I'm doing this reading for free for you guys, to help you with your spiritual growth, to help you with your journey, to be vulnerable and tell you my experiences, because I've been here before, guys. I've been here. I went through a divorce, right? I was afraid that like I was going to be completely broke. I mean, it wasn't a financial thing. I didn't worry about it, and it really worked out in my favor. Like, it was a miracle the way it worked out. But anyway, I didn't worry about that. And I focused on myself. And then when I started doing my calling, this is part of my work that God wants me to do. When I do my work as my Queen of Pentacles, and I'm doing my, I'm doing my light work, and I'm making sure that I also take care of me as well. And then I have time for my son. I balance everything out, right? I have balance in my life. I have balance in all 12 areas of my life, the Wheel of Fortune. That's hard to do, but it took a lot of work to get here, okay? When I have this, I make sure that I dedicate my time to do this type of work, do whatever client work I have to do, because I have client readings that I have to do. I take care of those, but I don't push it. I don't go into 10 of Wands energy. I don't make sure that I do like a gazillion readings in a day, because that depletes my energies. I feel kind of like this, empty. There's nothing in the cupboard, right? I don't have any energy, more energy to give. That's why balance is so important with this. And because I'm doing that, God sees that, and God's like, okay, I will co-create with you. I will give you that abundance. I will continue to protect and to provide. And Archangel Michael comes in and says, you know what? Yes, you've been doing good personal work, and you've been maintaining your positive energy. I'm coming in now to remove these other blocks, right? And I'm not focusing on the fact that I don't have a partner yet. I'm not focusing on the fact that, you know, I don't know, like if I think I'm lacking something, I change my mindset. Like, I'm not really lacking that. You know what I mean? So I always also make sure that I'm grateful for what I do have, because it could all be worse. All right. If you're watching this video, you probably are watching it on a phone, some sort of some sort of device, iPad, laptop, your TV. You have internet service. You have your phone service. You probably have a decent phone. You have a working car. You have water to drink, food to eat. I'm pretty sure you're wearing clothes right now. Maybe somebody isn't, but you get my point. You see what I'm saying? It could all be worse. Think about what's going on in other places where they don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't have access to receive this type of guidance. They're not watching tarot. They don't even have a phone. They don't have internet. Some of us don't realize that there are people out there who would die for what you have. And you think you don't have enough. You think you're in this. Yes, money might be tight. You might be like, again, with a legal battle, there's a lot going on and you're putting all this money in a legal battle. And you're getting angry because of it. No, don't let go of that energy. Remain positive and take care of yourself and just, get back to center. And if you're overspending, really think about why you were doing that. I already explained my own issue. And a lot of people wouldn't admit to that. And I will be honest in saying that it was hard for me to admit that a while ago. But then if I'm not telling you my experiences, how am I supposed to teach you guys how to get through this? How am I supposed to teach you guys to, and have you kind of not know somebody, but kind of relate with someone who's been through something similar? Knowing that I came out of this and I changed my mindset and I focused on my spiritual path and everything shifted, and Archangel Michael was always there to protect and to cut things out of my life. He even cut people out of my life because that was affecting my abundance. And I didn't know that at the time. Lower vibrational people who were still in my energy field were cutting me from, they were affecting my abundance. Some of you might have to cut people out too, especially if people are coming to you for money. Whatever this is, Scorpio, be grateful for what you have. Learn to say no. If you are in a legal battle, bring yourself to center, because things are going to work out in your favor. It says so here. Blocks are lifted away. You're going to experience progress and forward movement. Stay centered in gratitude. Oh, I just noticed this. That's why they wanted me to go back to it. Gratitude is here twice, you guys. They're really emphasizing the gratitude. And I did talk about that before with that financial constraints card. Gratitude shows God. Oh, Scorpio is really appreciative that they have food to eat, that they have a phone to watch tarot on, that they have a working car, that they, maybe some of you, if you still have a job, you still have a job. I'm going to give more to Scorpio. They're in a positive mindset. They might be dealing with the court battle. They might not be having money right now. But you know what? They said, you know what, God? This has been a tough, whatever this is. This has been tough, God, because I don't have the money. But you know what? For some of you, I'm working my life's purpose. I do have this. I do have a roof over my head. I had dinner last night and I had breakfast this morning. I was able to take my son to school. All of these things. Take my kids to school. I'm healthy. I am able to walk. Little things like that. I'm able to get spiritual guidance. You see, when God sees you are grateful for what it is that you have, He gives you more of that. And then He sees, okay, you know what? Because some of us, This could very well be a karmic lesson for you to learn with regards to money, just like me. God sees that. He sends Archangel Michael in. Okay, you know what? Boop. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Now you can move forward, and now this abundance is going to come in. And the bottom of the deck is have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So maybe somebody, you've been praying. There could be prayer there too. It's post meditation. Been praying for help. And maybe you're not seeing any help. Maybe it might be because you're not already being grateful for what you have. You ask God, God, can I please have some financial assistance? Can I have a breakthrough in my finances? Can this court case work in my favor? This legal matter work in my favor? But if you're overly focused on this and overly focused on like the money, I don't have it, I need it. God's like, wait a minute. Have you been expressing gratitude for what you do have? Because God works on this stuff for us. But we also have to do our part with working our dharma or being grateful. It's a lot that encompasses into this, especially with this lack mentality. Because we're never really without, because we are already abundant. We are children of God. God's already abundant. So are we. It's the 3D world that keeps us sucked into thinking that we don't have enough. And if you have somebody, maybe somebody was sent to you to help. Maybe you were given a job offer to help, but you're like, that's not enough money. Maybe somebody got greedy, but it was supposed to help you put money into your safe to pay your other bills, whatever this is, and you're denying the help. Accept it. The help didn't just, it was coming from God. Because God knows what's going on, Scorpio. Sometimes help comes to us in ways we never expect. And even if it might not be what we're really wanting, it's essentially what we need at the end of the day, because God knows what we need. And he gives that to us. He does not give us what we want. I had to learn that too, the hard way. What is the new moon in Libra bringing? Look, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So some of you, there's some worry about children here with like a legal battle, okay? Look what this says. You and your loved ones are safe, guys. They want me to read it. I'll go ahead and read this for you. New moon in Cancer. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. I was talking about that. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Make sure you put family first. Let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. Look at that. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. Wow. Give me a minute, guys, because that's crazy, because I was talking about spending time near water, was I not? I do the same thing. That's crazy. The new moon in Cancer can be a super emotional time. The moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her 2 home signs along with Taurus. So whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor. It's especially positive for family matters. Like, how much more confirmation can you get, Scorpio? Everything's going to be just fine. it's going to work out in your favor. What was I talking about? Others of you, yes. Insecurity holding you back. Work on that. All right? If you've been neglecting yourself, take care of yourself. Balance. Okay? Too much going on. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about this matter because it's going to work on your favor. It's here twice. I said it. We have Libra. We have justice here. Balance is coming in. All right? And you know what? The moon is actually in Cancer today. I'm recording this on September 29th. This is significant because you got the new moon in Cancer. The last quarter moon is in Cancer right now. The bottom of the deck is a new start is coming. Look, new moon, new beginnings, you guys. That's twice with a new start. Okay? That is twice. Things are going to work out. And yes, your kids are going to be okay. If this is about your children, do not worry, okay? Your finances are going to get better. Archangel Michael is here to remove all of those blockages. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, karmic justice, okay? Whatever this is, it's going to work out. They want me to read the new moon. This is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed and you are on the target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. I'll see it when I believe it. A new start is on its way. You'll soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible and a time of rebirth. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. And I talked about the death card, right? It's a time of rebirth. Look, see? There you go, Scorpio. Breathe. Breathe a sigh of relief right now, all of you. In unison. All right. What do they want? Your wellness tip, okay? Somebody just said, thank God it's about time. All right. Let's see what hand gesture is going to help you with these energies, guys. What is it that Scorpio's energy body is calling for? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, they wanted me to point out something else. With me, you know, the impulsive spending and the buying things to fill a void, it's actually an ancestral pattern too. Where did this come from? It actually runs in my family. So I picked that up from past lives, and it's also it happens in my family. So I was the one who was called to break that. So and you know, I have no shame in saying that, because look, guys, we all have these things about ourselves that we're not proud of, but they're lessons to learn, right? And we become better, because you know what? Learning that lesson, especially with money, it's preparing me for what's to come. Because whatever abundance I'm getting from God, it may be so great, and the fact that I have to be prepared and ready to receive that abundance so that I don't make the same mistakes again. That I'm totally connected to God and I'm not worried about, oh my God, I just got $1 million and now I'm going to be buying this, 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 and that. We all heard of people who get all this money, win the lottery, and then they go broke, right? They're not prepared. They're like, oh, but I can deal with this. But sometimes stuff happens, and then the next thing you know, the money's gone. I'm not saying everybody who wins the lottery, that's what happens. Even with somebody who get like a whole bunch of, you know, like inheritance or something, and then you've heard of those stories too, and then they go completely broke. But it's like, I had to go through this karmic lesson to prepare for when things change drastically financially or whatever else comes, you know, with my business or whatever it is, that I am balanced and I understand now what I need. And I don't give in to what I want. Yes, we can have a few luxuries here and there because the Queen of Pentacles, she does like luxurious things, and maybe that's maybe what you're tying to with the financial constraints, right? You like nice things. Me too. But for me, I was finding value in the nice things. I was not finding value in myself. That was the karmic lesson that I had to learn. Maybe that's the same for you guys. But don't be ashamed of that like I was, because it was just a lesson. And now I've learned from this, because now being Queen of Pentacles and I'll have my abundance and my prosperity and my wealth, I am not going to blow it, right? We have consciousness. Here's the hand gesture you're going to be doing. You can pause this, take a screenshot. Number 34. This assists with wisdom, clarity, and concentration, releases tension in the face, throat, and shoulders, brings breath and awareness to the third eye chakra, improves mental clarity. The focus is consciousness guides me to true clarity and freedom. They also want you to listen to third eye chakra healing energies in your sleep. It's going to help with that too. Opening up your third eye. Here we have commitment. Look, solar plexus, guys. I was just saying that. The third chakra. There's the hand gesture for that. This assists with digestion, determination, and focus. Enhances digestion and supports spinal alignment, cultivates concentration and spiritual commitment. I align awareness, focus, and commitment. There's somebody here who's having like digestion issues, something with your stomach. There you go. Spiritual commitment. Committing to being more connected to God and being more the consciousness. That's going to be an important thing for you to work on as well. Mercury Retrograde. Let's see what Mercury Retrograde is bringing you. What is Mercury Retrograde bringing Scorpio? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay. We've got pregnancy. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you in the world. Oh, hold up, guys. Queen of Pentacles is a mother. Is somebody here, somebody here has been trying to get pregnant for a long time. And you want to give up. I'm hearing barren. You thought that you were barren. But you need to have that faith in God and continue to pray and continue to be optimistic. To continue to be grateful for what you have on top of you wanting children. That's for somebody here. Okay. That just came in. This doesn't mean pregnancy for everybody. I know they're like, some of you are like, what? Let me read it. Let me read it. That's why I have the book here. This card indicates that you or someone close to you is presently or will very soon be expecting a child. The fairies celebrate the birth of this precious new baby upon the earth, as this child is an angel of great joy and light and brings many positive changes into your life. This card could also indicate the impending successful adoption of a child. Oh. Okay, maybe that's for somebody. It also means, it could mean a significant birthday is imminent and the fairies are helping celebrate the day. Watch for the successful birth of a new project. A baby who is important in your life was recently born. This card can also relate to a pet's birth or pregnancy. You're healing from a painful experience related to a pregnancy. You're ready for a big change in your life. Take that how that resonates, guys. That's why they wanted me to read it. Because I know some people thought like literal pregnancy, but there were other interpretations of this, okay? Birth, I'm seeing Empress and new beginning, okay? That could also be this too. But we do have a mother here. The Queen of Pentacles is a mother. And children, I talked about children and pets. Oh. Okay, my condolences, because they're just telling me there may have been a death of a child or death of a pet. If this is actual death for you, Scorpio, there's somebody here that this resonates with. I send you my sincerest condolences. Because Ten of Swords could mean that. Okay. Anyway, they wanted me to say that. The bottom of the deck is you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. Why did I say it like that? I'll go read it for you guys. You drew this card as a reminder that you're more powerful than you realize. Perhaps you've been feeling victimized lately. Well, the fairies want you to know that regardless of your age, size, or education, you've got incredible personal power. Even though the fairies are tiny beings, they channel the force of God and the universe, and you can also use it to resolve an issue, heal yourself or another, or manifest your material needs. See? All you have to do is believe. Let go of blame and focus upon solutions. Conduct energy healing work, especially through your hands. Engage in strength training exercises such as weightlifting. Follow your inner guidance to resolve a situation. Become an activist for an issue that's near and dear to your heart. Speak your truth to yourself and others. Awesome. That is very lighthearted, right? Oh, I didn't do your love thing. All right, let's see what's coming to you with regards to love. What is coming to Scorpio with regards to love? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Yeah, for somebody, there's like a business thing that you're like, when is this money really going to come in? That's the birth of like a new project or something. Missed opportunity, regret from former relationship. Don't run if it feels right. Risk of loss. Communication is imperative. Either, oh, with the Six of Cups, we saw it twice. Someone may be coming back to your life. I think I said that. We are in Mercury Retrograde. Some of you may not want this person to come back, but this person is healed greatly. They've learned their karmic lessons. This person might actually be coming in to help you with your financial situation, okay? Accept help, all right? You asked for help, Scorpio, with regards to your finances. Somebody's coming back from your past to help you with your finances. And with regards to love, maybe what very well be this person. They realize they missed out an opportunity and they're not going to miss another one with you. Regret from former relationship. Some of them had some issues in the past. Maybe you were divorced. Maybe their person was also divorced. and they healed. They learned their lessons from this divorce, and maybe so did you if you were divorced. Okay, that's for some people here. That's why it says regret from former relationship. They're like, I'm not running again. I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity again. And they're going to communicate with you is what I'm seeing with this. The truth comes out, okay? Could even be telling you the truth about their divorce with their former spouse if they were married, okay? Maybe I'm getting the energies for your person. The mother of their children, like, sucked them dry. Maybe they end up winning a court case with some ridiculous amount of child support, or they kept taking them to court for silly things with regards to their kids, something like that. I'm picking up on that now too. And there's something with the number 13, guys. I don't know. Maybe that's significant to you. Look, finger pointing. Our partners reflect our wounds. Relationships mirror what we are. Finger pointing. Take responsibility. This is Spirit telling you to avoid finger pointing, because we aren't supposed to be putting others to blame, and that other card talked about it. The You've Got the Power card said no finger pointing, right? Do not blame. Let go of blame and focus upon solutions. No finger pointing. It doesn't help. Because there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. And it's exactly that. Our partners reflect our wounds. Okay? Somebody's taking responsibility for their actions. Maybe this person was blaming you for something. Maybe you were blaming them for something. There's no blame here. We don't need to be blaming anyone. Because what happens is we have a lot of work to do, and we go through things, and as it says, our partners reflect our wounds. When we're blaming people for stuff, it's a reflection of ourselves. We're not honest with ourselves about something. All right? So yeah, it's like someone's taking responsibility now for their actions. And they know that communication is imperative, that they need to communicate something to you. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to close this reading out with a super attractor card. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. How would you like to close out Scorpio's reading? Please and thank you. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the result. I think you guys got this before, Scorpio. Because God works things in the background. He doesn't need us to see. Why? Because then we could be a testimony to his love and his rewards and his grace and his mercy. Because we are grateful to him for what we have. And then he works magic in the background. And that's where we're like, oh my God, that this actually happened to me. God is good. Bottom of the deck is, in stillness I receive. Receive God's blessings. Receive his good grace and his mercy. Allow yourself to receive. All right. Okay, Scorpio, if you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out the description box below. I am offering 40% off my services up until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 8, 2021. The coupon code is in the description box. Links to certain services of mine are there. Or you can go to capellawellness.com. Check out my service suite. The coupon code is there in the header. And you can check out my personal tarot packages where you save additional money. You get a bonus reading from that too. But the coupon doesn't apply to that because you're already getting discounts with the packages, okay? There's a bunch of healing packages, a bunch of self-growth packages, whatever it is. You know, I created a whole bunch of stuff because a lot of people like to work on different things at different phases of their journeys. Yeah, so there's that. Again, go to capellawellness.com or check out the description box below. If you have any questions about anything, shoot me an email. If you would like some more guidance on how to deal with this, let me know, because I've been through something very similar. Okay? All right, Scorpio. This concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.